What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the episode of Steelers Rewind here from St. Vincent College. And today was a packed practice at Latrobe. I have never seen as many fans as we saw today lining the hills in the stands. It was truly crazy. I mean, folks, there were cars lined up in places you don't see cars lined up, just up the hills and things. It was absolutely wild to see out here, but crazy support for the Steelers today. But let's talk about the Steelers. So a lot of vets that got days off, talking about like Rodgers, DK, Queen, Hayward, Watt, Elliott. There were more. Ramsey did some, didn't do as much. Slay did some, didn't do as much. Calvin Austin wasn't out there. We didn't see a ton of some of the other older guys as well. Highsmith had a little bit of a drawn back workload. Keanu Benton had a drawn back workload. So a lot of these guys just didn't practice as much. So we got some young players out there today. Will Howard got elevated to second team, which I think was a good barometer for him. I thought he looked good. I thought in one-on-ones, receiver DB one-on-ones, I actually thought he missed a few passes. But I thought I thought as the team periods went on, he started to get more comfortable. We had a really nice read option where he was able to run for about 30 yards. He had a few throws in 7-on-7, teardropping them to the corner of the pylon. I thought he had a really nice throw in the low red zone drill to Max Harleman on I guess you would call it a 9 route. So I thought Howard had a good day today, and I thought that was one of the big takeaways. I thought James Pierre is a guy, with Cory Trice hurt, with JPJ down, Dante Kent didn't practice today either. We're talking about a guy that is making some plays, and he wants his roster spot. Don't rule out James Pierre for a roster spot. I think people are too quick to cut him. He's a great gunner. He had 2 picks today. I think what James Pierre is, but I also think that is reliable in some ways for the Steelers, is that they do know what James Pierre is, and they can know that they're going to get a solid baseline of play from that guy, and they're going to get a great special team. And so the 2 picks, the pick he had yesterday at the end of the 2-minute drill, really good stuff for him. Beanie Bishop today was taking first-team nickel reps with Joey out since Ramsey was playing outside. He had a few PBUs today. Thought it was a good day for Beanie Bishop. Bishop versus Pierre is really kind of fascinating for that last roster spot. Or maybe they keep 6 and Cory Trice doesn't make the team with the hamstring injury. Trice is going to be out a while, Mike Tomlin said. So will Calvin Anderson, a tackle. He had a soft tissue injury of some kind. He will miss some time. So those 2 players will be out. I thought Troy Faltano had a good day today. No pads, but he was holding the edge. He was clearing out lanes. So I thought there was really big positives for those guys. This is Dylan Cook, first team left tackle. Dylan Cook continuing to get more and more reps as a guy that had just tested fill-in for injuries. Broderick is not fully back yet, and they continue to give Dylan Cook the ball, and he's taking it. The one concern that I can continuously, repeatedly have, and when you talk about the offense struggling, like Johnny Smith wasn't out there today, Muth was, but again, a little bit more limited. But the real issue is, man, this wide receiver room right now, outside of Calvin Austin, outside of DK Metcalf, I'm just not sure there's a lot there. Roman's been really quiet. He's had some really nice catches. He had a really nice catch laying on his back. That was a nice concentration catch in one-on-ones, but he hasn't been super consistent. I think he is a peg above the rest of the guys, but it's not significantly so to where I think he's the answer. I think we're going to be talking about this if it doesn't turn around. I do think we might be talking about this as a spot they're going to add. And so we've been talking about that for a while, but I think it could certainly happen. Don't think the wide receiver room has given them enough confidence. Robert Woods hasn't had a great camp. Not a lot of separation there. He's a willing blocker, but not a lot of separation there at this stage in his career. Caleb Johnson continues to be really good. Pass pro, he had a really nice pass pro pickup in 7 shots where he kind of came over and allowed Will Howard to have some time and hit the touchdown on the slant. And he's looking good, running the football natural. So there's some positives there as well for the Steelers. All right, folks, tomorrow is going to be padded practice day on Sunday. It should be a fun one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell for more, everybody.